Hi everyone, welcome back to the Week 6 NFL rankings of the Corbin Report. Few teams have bye weeks this week, like the Vikings, Chiefs, the only unbeaten teams. So it looks like their place may stay the same. And also, the Dolphins have a bye week, and I believe the Rams do as well. And yes, I know a Thursday Week 6 game already happened, and I did these rankings and did not factor that game into it. So let's get into it. At number one, staying the same for the second week in a row, are the Minnesota Vikings, who held on in London to defeat the New York Jets. And as I mentioned, they have a bye week. At number two, also staying the same, holding on against the New Orleans Saints, it is the Kansas City Chiefs. And it doesn't look like their spots may change this week. Number three, looks like their spot will change. Also, they stayed the same. They were losing and they came back and won. It is the Baltimore Ravens, and they may have a tough test or they may not in the Washington Redskins or Commanders, whatever you call that team. Moving up to number four are the Houston Texans, who were winning and almost blew the game to the Buffalo Bills. They face the New England Patriots and the rookie Drake May, who gets the start this week. Lions also had a bye week last week, and they stay the same at five, or not stay the same. I put them at five because that's where I see them fit. At number six, winning in the fourth quarter in a series that's always good between these two, the Cowboys and Steelers, it is the Dallas Cowboys. They move up four to number six. Moving down three, and yes, I know they did lose the previous week or their game, are the Buccaneers. And at number eight, despite a loss, the Saints move up one. They did lose to the Chiefs, as mentioned earlier, but I do still think they have a good defense with Chase Young, Tyrann Mathieu, and the rest. Rookie Spencer Rattler will be starting this week. So that's two rookies getting a start this week, whether because the coaches said they wanted them to start or the starting quarterbacks are injured. At number nine, this team also lost and moved down to. It is the 49ers. The 49ers, I know they lost to the Cardinals last week, and it was a close loss. And then, yes, as I said, I know this was this week is this week. And then they played this week starting off week 6. And they ended up beating the Seahawks. So stay tuned for next week to see if they move up in their rankings. At number 10, losing on the last minute touchdown to the Cowboys, it is the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I have them here because of their defense. Now let's move on to the bottom 5, which we have a new worst team at the bottom, and a few new in the bottom 5 are kind of the same. So at 28, moving down 3, are the Jets. The Jets were losing and had a chance to win in London and give Minnesota their first loss, but they couldn't do it. Also, big news, as I'm sure you've already heard about this, the Jets fired former head coach Robert Saleh. He's a defensive guy, and they have a defense. They got help with offense. To get the offense going, so they need an offensive-minded head coach, and if so, will that mess up the defense? Who should coach them, or should I say, who wants to? Moving down 9 to 29 are the Raiders. They were holding on against Denver until the Broncos ran away with it. At 30, moving down 3, are the New England Patriots, one of the worst teams this year, and yes, as mentioned before, I am one of the fans of them. Their loss was rough, and as a fan, I didn't see it, but only the highlights or replay. They had a chance to win in what looked like they scored a game-winning touchdown, but they lost based off a rule that seemed like no one in the public, including myself, knew about. In case you didn't know, the rule is if you're in the end zone and your back's facing the back of the end zone, you have to get 2 feet inbounds, full feet, not feet, heel, toe drag. But if you're going on the sidelines or side of the end zone, you can drag your toes. Toe counts as a foot but heel doesn't count as foot, it has to be the full foot. At 31, moving down 2 after a loss, are the Panthers. They're here in the bottom 2 with how many points they lost by. And with the new number 32 this week, it is the Cleveland Browns. I have them down here, but I think they can win this week if Nick Chubb comes back. If Nick Chubb comes back, they will make the Eagles game a close one, as the Eagles haven't been doing as well as I thought they would. And the game to watch this week will be the Redskins versus the Ravens. This will be the Redskins' second true test, or real test, as their other test was the Buccaneers and they lost. See how they do with Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, and the rest of the crew. And if you'd like to see the full rankings, go to Facebook. Be posted on all social media accounts. And if you're not a football fan, well, guess what? Basketball starts in a few weeks. I know this was short, nice little one. Catch you guys next time. Bye.